Lesson 112: How to become who you really are. Even though nobody asked to be born, let alone be born in a certain situation or region or in a certain family, everybody is here on earth for a reason. It doesn't really matter how many people will tell you what to do and what is right or wrong. They are only there to direct you. You are the one who is going to make the decision and determine the path you will take. There is never a directory to show you what you are supposed to do in life, and it would have been easier if God told you, so you won't suffer all this time trying to figure it out. If we know everything from the beginning, we will have no use for God. For most people now, they even deny the existence of God, even though they don't have any idea or figure out anything about themselves. The pursuit to know ourselves must come from the aspect of faith. It is not about fulfilling what we feel and what we are emotional about. It is about building the person you are supposed to be. Until you reach that moment, you have never lived life to its fullest, and you will always find yourself missing something in your life. You must have that level of contentment where you become who you really are, wanting nothing and having everything in life. One of the things you need to understand is that God must be part of your day-to-day life. The more you build that relationship with Him, the more complete you become. One of Jesus' prayers to believers was, that all of them may be one. Father, just as you are in me, and I am in you. John 17:21. We must be that part of the source of life so that we can bear so many fruits in our lives. When we decide to do it without God and ignoring His presence and existence in all we do, He let us continue to our own way. Oftentimes this ends up in regrets and misery. People often think it is a waste of time following God, and it is much quicker just to follow your own desire. But the quick way, it's just a fast ticket to disaster for your future. But those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount with wings like eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. The more you know God, the more you know yourself, and when you follow His instructions, He will direct you the way to go. Every great person in the Bible did nothing without asking God what they should do, no matter how rich or successful they were. King David, before he went on his new challenge, he asked God what he should do because he knew that it is not by his strength he became who he was, but it's through God's power which enable him to be successful. God knows the desires of your heart, and He knows exactly what you need. You might think, I am meant to be this person, but God has on His mind to give you something even better, something you haven't thought of. He doesn't want you to be proud that you have done it on your own, but He wants you to glorify Him for making you the person you are supposed to be. He wants you to enjoy your everyday life, no matter how young or old you are. Take your time to really pursue the goodness of God and never worry when you see the world benefit on their own ways. God promises to you in the book of Psalms 103:4-5 that He is the one who redeems your life from the pit and crowns you with love and compassion, who satisfies your desires with good things so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. He wants you to count your losses as gains when you commit yourself to follow Him. There is a certain way of life that you will have to leave behind, because when you become a new creation, the old has passed away, behold, the new has come. God says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has perceived the things that God has prepared for those who love Him. You will never live the life to its fullest unless you decide to become one with God. There is where you will find who you really are. Otherwise, you are just a copy representation of everyone else in this world. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.